Good morning. It is 11:31 a.m. on Saturday, August 22nd, 2015. I'm Christiana Ellis, and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. So, yesterday I was thinking how I've been getting up earlier this week because I'm doing a little bit of writing before work. And it occurred to me, gosh, if I do what I typically do on the weekend and then stay up late and then sleep in, I run the risk of disrupting the new sleep patterns that I'm trying to set. So I don't want to still get up at 5 a.m., but maybe I should just go ahead and let Luna wake me up whenever she's going to wake me up and then not go back to bed. Might be a little tired, but you know, uh, attempting to help me start going to bed earlier. So then that happened this morning at about 6 a.m. is when Luna woke up and wanted to go outside. So I took her out, and I was thinking to myself, I'm kind of awake. I could probably stay up. But you know what? Maybe I'll sleep for another 2 hours. And, till 8. That's still pretty early. That's reasonable. And I set a little timer on my watch, or not my watch, but my phone, and proceeded to sleep through it and wake up at 11:30. So, the other way to think about this whole thing is that perhaps instead of thinking of it like, oh, I should have gotten up early in order to preserve the routine, perhaps I was getting sleep deprived over the course of the week and needed a little bit of recovery. So, yeah, I'm actually still a little bit groggy. We're up last night recording the latest episode of Hey, Wanna Watch a Movie for the Breakfast Club, so I'll be probably posting that onto the feed in the next couple of days here. Wow, my voice is a little messed up, from drinking wine and talking about a movie until semi-late. My only plans for today is I'm going out to see Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. Sorry, I just got suddenly distracted. Going to see that this afternoon with some friends from work. And the reason I got distracted was because I was just remembering that the subject line in the email where one of my coworkers was proposing the operation was he titled the email "Operation Unfeasible Spirit Procedure," which I was amused by and then distracted by just a moment ago, as you all saw. Kind of stuffed up nose. I think it's a combination of the red wine from last night, and then I've been cutting back on the amount of caffeine I have just a little bit, generally. Both of those can have that effect on me. So I'm not too worried about being, like having a cold or something, but yeah, stuffy nose right now. I'm looking forward to the movie. I think of all the Mission Impossible movies average to be pretty good. In fact, I think the only one that's really a disappointment is 2, directed by John Woo. And that was an interesting setup because I had seen some of John Woo's Hong Kong movies before Mission Impossible 2. Oh, Luna's fiddling with the blinds over on the door. I had seen some of those, and he was really good. And so I had high hopes for Mission Impossible 2. And then it looks fine, but it just fails utterly on the story level. And I'm not sure what happened there. But it's just, there's a half dozen too many. Oh, someone did something surprising, and then why? Oh my God, they just pulled off a leather mask or latex mask, and it was someone else. And that happens like 8 or 9 times in that movie, and it gets pretty tiresome. Like, you can, I feel like you can fairly surprise people with that once, maybe twice in a movie, before you start saying, you, what it does is it tells the audience that they can't trust what they're seeing, and after a while, that just starts to make them disengage. It's like, well, I feel like I have to wait until the end to see if this is all even real. So, like, why bother staying invested? On the other hand, the first one is great, and the third one is great, and the fourth one, in my opinion, is great. My only caveat with the fourth one, which was, oh, I just realized Ghost Protocol was the last one, because this one is Rogue Nation. I only just realized that Ghost Protocol is four, and then this new one is Rogue Nation. Okay, so, gosh, now I'm all befuddled. Fourth one, I really liked, with the only exception being that the very end climactic fight is Ethan Hunt against the bad guy, but the bad guy in that movie is this, like, middle-aged bureaucrat where there's no plot reason why he would be able to hold his own in a fight with Ethan Hunt for even a minute. And for it to be, like, depicted in the movie as a kind of an almost an evenly matched fight as they're fighting through this weird automated car park, it just sort of feels like, why would Ethan not just punch this guy in the mouth once and the guy just crumples to the ground? That seems more plausible. But anyway, I have high hopes for the fifth one, and we'll talk about it tomorrow for 5 more minutes.